G.K. Chesterton asks, where does a wise man hide a pebble? On the beach. And where does a wise man hide a leaf? In a forest. And what does he do if there is no forest? He grows the forest to hide in. A fearful sin. That was a clue. One of many I intend to give you tonight, and you will need all of them. Because what you have stumbled into tonight is nothing more or less than an old-fashioned closed circle. Telephone wires have been cut, flood waters have washed away the bridge. My God, you mean it has to be one of us English country house whodunits? But it has a difference. In order to save you from the miserable finality of the last scene, where the murderous clergyman, or whoever it turns out to be, backs weapon in hand towards the French windows snarling, I warn you, stay where you are, all of you. You'll never put me behind bars. I have decided to tell you who the murderer is at the outset, thus saving you an evening's whispered speculation with your neighbor and the inevitable letdown when you find out you've guessed wrong. I am the murderer. I done it, or rather, will have done it, before the evening is much older. And who am I? Well, you must permit me a little evasive mimicry, and I hope you will never guess simply from my voice. But I will give you all a sporting chance. Throughout the evening, I will let drop in profusion certain deliberate mistakes from which you will be able to deduce quite easily who I am. But you must pay the greatest attention. Wool gathering, expecting all the work to be done for you, simply won't do tonight. Okay? Good. Then off we go, and remember, listen hard and ask yourself the question, where would you hide a murderer?
I am in the latter category, I've seen you somewhere quite recently.
No, sir, no, sir. Not unless we visited the establishments of Lady Kennard, Lady Astor, or Mrs. Simpson. In his employment, I have been exclusively since leaving the Syrian embassy.
An decreasing order of gentility.
Oh, I assure you, sir, my references are excellent.
My friend, you invented your references just as you invented your name. They both bear the unmistakable mark of the mendacious menial.
Yeah, I've got a nerve to have.
Cockney repartee. There is nothing quite like it anywhere in the world.
What's a gang?
Blackmail.
Blackmail?
Precisely. As in the phrase blackmail, that's an ugly word, Inspector.
I'm not sure I followed it.
Come now, let us not be obtuse. The others will be here in a moment. Surely you don't want them or your employer to overhear our little talk now, do you?
Oh, Mr. Page. What do I care about him? And all your small fry out in the aristocracy.
Then why accept the position?
Only temporary. A few weeks, in fact, until I think I had a corn post in North America.
That rather depends on whether or not your future employer discovers you are discharged from the Syrian embassy in Dublin for being implicated in the theft of the Solomon Tea Service.
Tea service?
Solid 24-carat gold, encrusted with precious jewels worth a king's ransom.
You know what you're on about, sir?
Come now, surely you remember it. It was carried away piece by piece. Thanks to the bogus British football team that came to play at the embassy. They played jolly well, as a matter of fact. Silly of them, really. That's how we came to suspect that they were in fact a bogus British football team.
You can't pin the Dublin plate paper on me, sir.
I can. And I will if necessary. I have here the confession, signed by the London goldsmith who melted it all down. So you see, as your countrymen say, the pig is up.
Jig, sir.
Oh, 1,000 pardons, jig. But it is nonetheless up.
What's he going to do? Expose me?
Oh, no. That is not the game of Andreas Capodistri or extortionnaire sans peraille. A knowledge of other people's piccadillies has got to be made to pay off.
How much?
How much will you earn in America?
$50 a week.
Well, let us double that for the sake of untruth, which makes 100. But at the current rate of exchange, 25 pounds. Much too much for a light-fingered gentleman's gentleman. Let us say 1/3. £8 a week.
A week? Mr. Governor, you got no idea what expenses are like. The old mom's got arthritis and terrible. What cost me a packet, guys?
Yes, and what of your blind eldest daughter?
What?
Dragging her undernourished limbs round the gutters of London, selling matches to support a leprous sister, no doubt.
Of course, ever are, isn't it?
Well, I thought I had the most generous out, only asking for 1/3 of your wages. And counter a distinction that is to you who have none at all. If you had a wife, or a mum, or a daughter, you'd have sold them all into the kiddie houses by now.
Kiddie house?
Brothels, whorehouses.
Cat houses, that's it. 8 quid a week. I've nothing left after taxes.
Well, you can always come and work for me. I'll see you live well enough.
Oh, do you need a drunken butler?
No, you had it right the first time. I need a drunken drudge. Not that servicing people is really your forte, though, is it?
Good evening. I'm Silas Bately, your host.
Andreas Capodistri, your chum.
I'm so glad you could come. You must think it's a little unusual for a wife to invite guests whom her husband doesn't even know. But you see, I have such little time for social activities, and well, it does delight her so to fill up the house at weekends. Normally she'd be here to greet you herself, but well, I'm afraid she hasn't arrived yet. I must say, I am getting a bit worried.
Oh, sir. Madam phoned an hour ago from your London flat. Her car is up the spout and she'll be here as soon as she can.
Oh dear, poor Angela. Well, I do hope that I'll be able to cope.
Oh, sir. Can I tempt you to a zombie whammy?
No, you could not. Scotch and soda.
Very good, sir.
But we do know Indeed. There are some people in this world who never forget the face, and others who never forget the details of a misused client's account. In fact, I sent a letter to your office. Didn't you get it? I marked it personal.
Yes, I'll get you another, sir.
So you're the filthy rotter!
Hush, Mr. Bailey. Sure you don't want your butler to know about your maladroit
To
intelligence.
think that Fred, you're the man my wife seems fit to invite for the weekend. Oh, look, you can leave my house this instant. I have no blackmailing swine under my roof.
Tut, Mr. Bailey. Where is your stiff mouth?
My what?
Your famous English sang-froid, your stiff mouth.
I'm afraid I don't follow you.
Sir. Perhaps Mr. Capistrano is referring to your stiff upper lips.
Ah, yes, indeed, that is so. Thank you, Perkins. That will be all for the moment.
Yes.
What a helpful manservant you have. Quite extraordinary powers of interpretation. Perhaps you can get him a position at the League of Nations.
Oh, look, I don't need any of your damned impudence, Capistrano. Come to think of it, I don't need you here at all. Now, get out.
I don't think so. A weekend in the country is what I enjoy most about England. But everyone here is so relaxed. Such jolly good chaps. Until that is, they discover they're playing croquet with a criminal or billiards with a bounder. Then they drop you like a hot yam.
Potato!
Potato!
What the devil is that?
I haven't the faintest idea.
Now you look here. Where's your proof of any unlawful practice on my part, eh? Just tell me that.
From indignation to bluster. Quite the usual route. Next comes wheedling and then pitiable appeals.
My fist in your face comes next if you do not stop prevaricating and just tell me what you know.
I refer specifically to the Reverend Nigel Armstrong Tweaks Charitable Trust Fund for the Sons of Indigent Mariners. Need I say more?
But look, I can explain about that.
To who? The deprived dependents? To the trustees? Or to the police?
Very well, so what do you want?
£2,500?
And after that, another 25, I suppose, and so on.
Well, not necessarily. That rather depends on inflation. It plays the very devil with the scrupulous extortionaire's craft.
The only thing that's scrupulous about you, Capistrano, is your adherence to swanishness.
Whilst in your case, it is to the extorted standards of the British Law Society.
Well, at least I'm not a bloody blackmailer.
Oh, what hypocrites you English are! Stealing from unsuspecting clients is unquestionably the favourite pastime of solicitors. But the little circumspect blackmail is looked at as being quite beyond the pocket. I beg your pardon, pale. Because that's for £3,500.
Now, look here, old man. Perhaps in the heat of the moment, well, we seem to draw some distinction between our activities. After all, it's been said time and time again that law was invented purely to enrich lawyers.
Exactly. And blackmail was invented to enrich blackmailers. But by all means, cogitate most deeply, my dear Mr. Baisby. Take your time. I shall be fascinated by your decision.
I'm sure you will be.
Evening. Baisby, isn't it?
Quite so.
Not spelled full yet. Your wife invited me for the weekend. Met her at Kitty Covington's party last Wednesday in town.
Oh, yes, sir. Oh, of course. I'm afraid she hasn't arrived yet, you see. The car's broken down. Would you care for a cocktail? Perkins here has mixed up a most ferocious concoction, and he's christened it, what is that stuff again?
Zombie whammies,
Good God, I'll have a pinky.
What?
It's all right, sir. I believe the Admiral's referring to a pink gin.
Yes, and not to a little finger, eh?
What?
Well, in America, the little finger is called the pinky.
There's no accounting for a country which calls a lieutenant commander a lieutenant commander.
you? Hardly. All of the races of the level go through my club.
So you're 11, that accounts for it.
Accounts for what? Rear Admiral.
You're Gaul, sir. You're infernal Gaul. I remember in the Med. Oh, Teddy. You couldn't put into a harbor east of Naples without having you that swarm over me poop deck flogging your overripe things.
How is dinner progressing, Perkins?
Unfortunate problems in the kitchen, sir. Perhaps in the absence of matter, you care to examine the menu yourself.
And I remember you too, Rear Admiral.
Oh, really? I hardly think we're acquainted.
Only through a mutual friend, now at last taken from us. One Matthias Lacus, a very pretty boy with eyes like Kalamata olives, which he used once indiscreetly to encourage the ravenous attentions of an old sea dog in the Court of Heraklion.
What?
There are some people in this world who never forget the face, and others who never forget the details of a case of poop deck pederasty. I'm in the latter category. Oh, it's nastier than the squelch of ripe figs, I think. And so is what happened later.
Later?
Shame, remorse, suicide, and afterwards the big hush-up.
But what is it you are suggesting, sir?
Oh, please cease to bluster, Rear Admiral. He who boggles the bugler boy does not play the tune.
Preposterous.
What is?
Everything you're saying, that's what's preposterous, sir.
But I have the evidence here. The note the boy wrote before he shot himself.
Who would believe it?
The Sunday newspapers.
It was years ago. Why have you waited so long?
There is always a moment just in these affairs. You are to receive a knighthood next week, are you not?
You know that?
But of course. It is my practice to make myself privy to the secrets of the Honor Society. In fact, just last week, a certain incipient peer parted quite happily with £4,000, rather than have the world know he is ungovernably besotted by the backs of Boy Scouts' knees.
You're going too far.
Am I, Rear Admiral?
Damn cad. Is there no trick you wouldn't stoop to?
None. From you I should only want £2,000.
Damn it, man. You must understand. All those boys were the same. Wherever you went in the Med, they'd lead you on with their hot eyes and their side-fetching ways. They'd take to that sort of thing out there, as naturally as our lads take to cricket.
Matthias was an exception. No. It is £2,000 within the fortnight, or, as they say, else.
I'll see you dead first, you tremendous Dago bounder.
Why, Rear Admiral, is something the matter?
What? Oh, no, just Murray the gin.
Perkins! I am utterly devastated. I know that Queen Victoria stayed in my room, but it would have been nice of someone to have straightened up after her. I need a slug of something chilled and remedial. Today, Perkins.
Yes, Miss Perkins. Just the thing is something funny.
What the devil is that?
It's 1 sugar gin, 1 sugar rye, 1 sugar sake, 1 sugar akavit, 1 sugar creme de cocoa. Pemmican's egg, a dash on bitters, dash yuzu, dash garlic salt, shake and serve chilled.
Perkins, you must have lost your mind. I'll have a dry sherry. Though I know the sherry tastes like embalming fluid. What are you having?
Perkins, bring me another Oloroso sherry. I'm afraid I've got sweet teeth.
Well, I'm not sure I find them all that endearing. I am Lady Tremblay.
Andres Capodistre or Monte.
You're supposed to shake it, not ingest it. Thank you, Perkins. Bottoms up. That stuff's like a cold swim. Once you get over the first shock, it's just
That's Madam.
If that's Madam, sir, she must be as pissed as I am.
By the way, where is Angela?
Oh, some infernal nonsense about a car.
Who else is coming?
Dunno. She seems to have some dash queer tastes in house guests.
Yes, not like Angela to have blackies for the weekend.
Yes, it's jolly bad form. I mean, when a feller goes to the country, he doesn't expect to find a damn greasy jackanapes of a wago standing, smirking at him in the drawing room.
No sugar, lady.
Thank you, Perkins.
Anchors away!
Bottoms up.
Think how you can drink that stuff.
It's me, Dr. Nash. He told me I've got diabetes. The fourth quack took me off whiskey. He's such a tiresome little maggot.
Better to stop it from diabetes than from sherry poisoning, I'd have said. What with me, it's hay fever.
Oh, well, that's a funny thing for an old salt to have. I wouldn't have thought there was all that much hay at sea. What do you take for it?
Pink gin.
And I take money.
You take what, Mr.
Capodistrio. One of the Smyrna Capodistrios. Suggest you remember the name well.
I somehow doubt I shall be capable of doing so.
But it is most important to have a good memory, chère madame. There are some people in this world who never forget the face, and others who never forget the slope of humiliated shoulders when their owner has been detected cheating at cards. I'm in another category.
Cheating at cards?
Exactly 2 weeks ago at the Anglo-Swiss Bridge Club, you were expelled, given the bum's rash.
What fearful piffle is this?
Useless to deny it, my dear Lady Tremorine. A good friend of mine who owed me a trifling favor is on the committee.
Well, I was unjustly accused. The secretary was a stupid little man who believed a malicious tittle-tattle of some jumped-up...
Greasy jackanapes of a wogo? I don't think so. The decision was upheld by the entire committee. Fortunately for you, the entire affair was very discreetly handled, and no word of it has reached the salons of London. As yet.
What are you going to do?
Oh, your voice, I note, has suddenly a timid and tremulous sound.
Sir, I beg you to keep silent. My husband is a cabinet minister, and a disclosure of this nature would ruin him.
The Minister for War, is he not?
Indeed he is.
Then, my dear madame, you have the remedy in your hand. I want information about the forthcoming Anglo-German naval agreement.
Naval agreement?
Yes, I want you to find out for me if Germany is going to be allowed to build as many submarines as England.
Well, how could I possibly find that out?
Ask your hubby.
But he is sworn to secrecy. What you are asking is treason. You must know that I can't do what you ask.
I know no such thing. The only question is, can you afford to be banned from every bridge table in London?
Why? I would sooner disembowel myself with a teaspoon. Besides, how would I pass the afternoons?
There are other pleasures, I am told, of even greater popularity. The roll in the hay, the slap and the trinkle. But perhaps such pre-dinner exercises are not to your taste.
Diabetes is debilitating enough for me without the additional fatigues of fornication.
But I think I can show you ways of overcoming such fatigues. Oh,
I know, sir, that you are as impertinent as you are odious.
well, you are free to do so, as long as you also note that I shall require that information by the end of the month.
I don't know how they ever allow your kind in this country, you monstrous little turd.
Charlotte, has Mr. Capodistrio been annoying you?
Well, he certainly does have a most disobliging manner. Though I suppose people like that can't help it. After all, an upbringing in the slums of Smyrna can hardly be considered adequate training for the social exchanges in an English country drawing room. Angela must have taken leave of her senses.
Well, you know, she always did have a soft spot for lame dogs.
Oh, well, nothing lame about this dog. Not that it wouldn't be an exquisite pleasure to cripple him with a smashing boot up the bum.
Quite so, and I'm sure you're not alone in that sentiment. Oh, look, here comes Lavinia and her young man.
Oh, he looks dramatically dishonest. Who is he?
Lord Bathgate's nephew.
Indeed. Don't I recall some goings-on about
No,
all that money?
now is not the time to renovate your memory.
Hello, Mr. Basie. It's absolutely super of your wife to invite us for the weekend. You know my fiancé, Roger Dashwood.
How do you do? Well, I'm afraid Angela's been delayed, so I'm rather, as the saying goes, holding the fort.
Keep
keeping the fuzzy wuzzies at bay, what?
Quite.
Spiffin, tiffin.
Would you care for a cocktail? It's called King Kong Whammy.
Oh, wait, some big whammy. Actually, King Kong has the added monkey scrotum.
Whiskey and a splash for me, darling.
Oh, a soft drink, please. Orange squash or something equally bitter.
Poor thing's got a touch of her jaundice again. Bad luck, really. In some nights, she looks like a blasted lemon.
Would Dr. go into H5?
Super
Do you know Lady Tremaine and Rear Admiral Natchable Folliot, Lavinia Hargreaves, and Roger Dashwell?
How do you do?
How'd you do?
How do you do?
And this is Mr. Capodistrio.
Oh, it's you.
Indispensably.
Well, hardly that. Don't you mean indisputably?
Do you know each other then?
Ah, yes, Miss Hargreaves and I are old friends.
We have met occasionally in...
I see. You seemed somewhat surprised to see Mr. Capodistrio here.
Well, yes, I am a little.
Perhaps it is seeing me in these clothes that you're not used to.
And I would have thought that it was you that wasn't used to them.
Oh, do you mean to say that I am a bit of a cheat in them?
No, it just meant they were a trifle nouveau, that's all.
I'm loud as a 16-inch shell.
All the sound of a suicide's gun.
Dave Edith. Oh, so it's been you who's been wandering about out there. But we were rather curious as to who it was.
I've been looking for the entrance for the past half hour. I'm afraid I've demolished almost all of your outhouses.
Now that you're here, let me introduce you to Lavinia Hargreaves.
How do you do?
No. This is Lavinia. Yes. And this is Roger Dashwell. How do you do?
So sorry, this blindness is a real curse.
Oh, don't worry, I'm quite used to it. Darling Roger here gets blind most nights of the week.
Absolute ravishing one. Sober as dear old Solomon. Not that I couldn't use a snort right about now. Fagin seems to think the scotch needs another hour's maturing in the bottle before serving it. God help those, eh?
Would Madam care for my assistance in extricating her from that Jamugong?
Trouble, Watkins. Curtis.
Oh, I beg your pardon, madam. Would you care for my assistance in extricating you from that Puggy's gone?
Thank you, Perkins. How are your corns these days?
Oh, it wasn't corns, madam. It was shingles.
Well, you may very well be right.
Thank you very much, madam. I do assure you it was shingles. Being, in fact, a most unfortunate complaint. It's a cutaneous disease. You see, it spreads around the crotch, rather like a
Oh, thank you, Perkins. That will be all for the moment. I don't think any of us are particularly interested in hearing the details of your personal ailments.
No, I'm absolutely riveted. Perkins, are you sure it wasn't a potato? Those nasty little blisters that cover your entire body till you're just one giant pus bag. Oh, very, very nasty. Well, I think I'll go upstairs and have a teeny vomit.
Dame Edith, do you know Lady Tremaine?
How do you do? My dear, haven't we met somewhere before?
I really can't be sure. The memory is going as fast as the eyesight.
Well, they do say it's the memory that goes first.
No, not necessarily. In my case, it's quite clearly the memories.
Yes. Dame Edith is a very distinguished antiquarian and archaeologist. Dame Edith, do you know Rear Admiral Natchable Folliot?
Andrei Capodistrio, enchanté.
Damn slimy Italian way of going about things. Moving your fingers.
Well, he merely had my
English slang also used to describe something stolen?
Oh, I really wouldn't know, Mr. Capodistrio. Slang is scarcely my forte.
Well, nevertheless, I do believe it is so. For example, an archaeologist was to discover a valuable pot, but concealed that find and smuggled the pot out of the country. That pot could be said to be hot.
Thank you, Perkins. Bottoms up.
There are some people in this world who never forget the face, and others who never forget the face intagliated on a stolen vase and flora or wine cup. I am in the latter category.
Perkins, if you don't find me something to gnaw on immediately, I shall go into a diabetic daze.
My God. You're a blackmailer.
Oh, not so loud, David.
Oh, one would think by your discomfiture that I was blackmailing you. How much?
Well, I think you should be able to handle 300 a year.
My research is out of the question.
Oh, you must give me leave to believe otherwise. What is more, I shall require the first half in cash next week. If not, it will be exposure, professional ruin, and even perhaps the inside of a Greek prison cell. The contemplation of whose slimy old walls, I swear, even an archaeologist like yourself will quickly tire.
You are really the most odious Greco-Turk I have
I say, Rear Admiral, I was wondering if you had any tales of netting do, washing the bush, as they say. She's a sucker for netting do, is Lavinia.
Really? Daring do that?
Oh, surely you can recall some outrageous man-to-man incident just to make that poor thing's hair straighten.
Well, I don't know.
Oh, come now. You think I'm referring to the catamite? Oh, what the hell is a catamite? Well, it's defined in the Oxford English Dictionary as a sodomite's opinion. You know, hence the phrase, the catamite looked queen. Oh, yes, I see. But what about the aunties, Admiral? You must have had some fun fighting them.
No go, little girl. The ities were supposed to be our allies, remember?
Oh, yes. What jolly bad.
I say, Bigsby, old chap. Isn't it about time we donned the jolly old nosebags?
I thought we held down for Angela.
Why, has she got the girl boxed up in her car? Ha, ha, ha.
You have too voracious an appetite, cher Roger. You have not learned the pleasures of the patient predator.
I hadn't noticed that you'd learned that, Mr. Capodistrio. And I see you know Mr. Dashwell, too.
Yes, indeed I do.
What? You seem to know everybody, Mr. Capodistrio.
No, not everybody, Mr. Daisby. But I like to think that I profit a little from everyone I meet. And that they profit from me. Don't you agree, my dear Miss Hargreaves?
I say, you can't go upsetting Miss Hargreaves like that, old boy.
Old boy, is it? We've certainly grown some fancy manners.
Sorry if you don't approve of me lingo. Have to blame the old alma mater on that.
And what might that be, the old alma mater?
The VNCOU, old sausage. Brasenose College at Oxford University.
Yes, and subsequently the University of Life, eh?
Well, I've knocked about a bit in the past few years. Opal mining, cattle ranching.
Rock breaking, mailbag sewing.
I'm afraid I don't quite follow your drift, old fruit.
Quite simply, old boy, old sausage, old fruit. I refer specifically to your spell of penal servitude in the Bogo Road Jail, Brisbane, for your part in the Karelian kangaroo caper.
What do you mean?
Come now, surely it has not slipped your mind already. A consignment of souvenir kangaroos from Cyprus, each with 4 ounces of heroin sewn into the pouch. The customs officials, in a rare moment of marsupial insight, bounded to the right conclusion where most are amused. Their displeasure cost you 8 years inside.
In my opinion, you are completely crackers. Off the wall, out to lunch.
And in my opinion, your opinion is as worthless as your character. You must remember, there are some people in this world who never forget the face, and others who never forget the face even when it has been cunningly changed to service the needs of criminal impostiture. I am in the latter category.
If I were your chum, I'd rather not be in the category. making slanderous remarks which might cost me dearly.
Your real name is Charles Corrigan, an obscure member of the Australian criminal fraternity. The real Roger Dashwell was accidentally drowned in the Murrumbidgee River while attempting an incautiously inebriated Scottish across some stepping stones. I must say you seized your moment admirably. In a trice you had them buried under your name. Subsequently, of course, you took the name Roger Dashwell and returned to England as the long-lost heir.
But look here, I don't think you can prove a word of it.
But indeed I can. You see, you were rather careless. Removing Mr. Dashwell's identity bracelet was not enough. You should also have remembered his signature ring.
Suffering Sheila's. All right, what have you got in mind?
From you, a modest £10 a week.
A tenner a week? Why, that's a bare suck of the old sauce bottom, cobbler. You must be crazy.
Crazier than losing your title and your heiress.
You don't think Lavinia would give me up if she knew? She loves me.
She loves the idea of becoming the Countess of Bathgate.
Balls! She loves me for myself, for my ready wit, for my roguish smile, for the insucculent set of my gay ballad scarves. She loves me for my curiously opposed profile, half Valentino, half Errol Flynn. You see, once a chap like me has captured a girl's affections, any picadillos from his past which come to surface only serve to make him more rippling irresistible.
Very well then, let's ask her, shall we? Miss Hargreaves?
Yes.
All right, I agree.
I wonder if I might have a word with you.
I said I agree.
Well, that's good, then you have nothing to fear. Why don't you get your charming fiancé a drink?
Another one of those futile...
Orange thing.
Yes, old boy, yes.
Thank you. What do you want?
You failed to turn up on Monday.
I've had enough. I think I'd rather let the whole thing come out and get it over with than to spend another petted evening enduring your little monkey paws racing all over my body. My family would understand, I'm sure.
But it's not your family we're concerned with now, but that of the Bathgates. The present Earl is 93. Mr. Dashwell is his heir. In due course, you will become the Countess of Bathgate, unless...
Unless?
Well, unless the Earl discovers the baby whose birth and death you concealed in Turkey last year. That, I fear, might upset his noble scruples somewhat.
You wouldn't tell him.
Well, I am prepared to wait until next Monday.
All right. But just you wait, you dreary little man. When I'm married and have succeeded to the title.
You will still come. What you did may not be grounds for annulment, but it would still interest the Turkish authorities.
No, what could anyone prove? The child died naturally.
So you say. But with what I can tell them, would they believe it? And could you really afford the scandals of an investigation? You see, there's nothing you can do. As they say in England, I know where the body is entered.
You mean, interred.
Jeez, everyone here is so kind. They always correct my English.
Oh, how you disgust me.
Well, I expect you'll discuss Miss Hargreaves as much as I enjoy your body. You see, there are some people in this world who never forget the face, and others who never forget the expression on a face, trying to hide its enjoyment of a little low-life nookie. I am in the latter category, and I am sure that you will arrive punctually at 9 o'clock to enjoy the heady delights of 27 baklava mansions. Ah, the gallant Mr. Dashwell back so soon. How exactly you suit your name?
Hey, what?
You dash well. It is the English fun, is it not?
Pun. It is called a pun.
They correct my English. They're all so kind.
So here we all are, gathered together for the weekend in an English country house. And one of us hell-bent on murder. I'm sorry to intrude, but I really can't resist talking to you now, as I stand here in the library at August Champflower's Manor, inhaling tobacco smoke deeply, and thinking pretty smugly, I admit, that I really do have a pretty foolproof murder plan. Yes, all has been plotted and brilliantly safe-managed. But enough of self-congratulation. One must not be carried away either by the intoxication of the plan or by the strength of the drinks at the cocktail hour.
the times that your uncle has recognized you as his heir. How long was it you were away exactly?
15 years, down among the convicts.
You mean you were in jail?
No, sir, I was referring to the Aussies.
Oh, well, a spot of adventure never hurt anybody. Mind you, if you want to see native life, you don't have to leave England these days.
I suppose you're referring to that greasy peddler over there.
Portugali, in an English drawing room, and I tell you it's the end of civilization as we know it.
I have noticed, Capodistrio, that every time my guests have a chat with you, they finish up looking unhappy. Are you blackmailing them too?
We all have to live.
Not you, Capodistrio. I see no good reason for you to go on living at all.
You know, that is the first time that I have been threatened by a member of the legal profession. It's most blood-curdling.
Never underestimate British phlegm, Capodistrio.
I don't know much about British phlegm, Mr. Batesby, but I do know about British flesh. And believe me, I never do underestimate it.
I think you are quite the most despicable man I have ever met.
And what do you propose to do about it?
Kill you! That's what I propose to do about it. Kill you, you stinking little worm!
An incautious remark. The first loss of control. I will have to be careful, so perhaps I'd better inconspicuously turn away to study the reflection of my face. It has at all costs to be studiously composed.
Ladies and gentlemen, dinner is served.
Oh, come along, everybody. Let us not keep cook waiting. She is apt to get a bit upset if we keep her masterpieces hanging about.
Jolly good, I'm as hungry as a horse.
Oh, I could eat a horse. Well, knowing that pitch penny cook, that is precisely what you will be doing.
Permit me to take you in, ma'am.
Oh, thank you, Admiral. How very good of you. You make me feel like an old cargo ship being escorted by a frigate.
You all go on without me. It is always my custom to kneel in prayer before dinner and thank the good Lord above for the many blessings he has bestowed upon me. I shall be with you all shortly.
At last, I've got him where I want him. I'll take this oily fellow now, and so I am revenged. And I'll do it boldly in the presence of all, and yet no one will know who's done it. Ladies and gentlemen, unless you are prepared to leave the murder of the odious Capodistrio unsolved, I must beg your further attention. Immediately after the killing, the police were informed, and while waiting for them to arrive, a little desultory dinner was taken. I must confess that most of the company had no appetite for it, but I ate well enough, considering the lamb fricassee was raw and the creme brulee overcooked. Finally, I took myself for a stroll in the garden. It was truly a beautiful June evening, scented and still, and as I paced the lawn, listening to the chimes of a distant church clock float up faintly from the valley below, and watching the bat split through its ancient tower, I knew with a complete certainty that the police would find out absolutely nothing.
Examining the victim's head, and he's found something very peculiar about it.
Peculiar?
Yes, he says it's covered in makeup, sir.
Makeup? You mean the stock aid of the aging Latin? A little dye to cover the gray of the pencil moustache?
No, sir, stage makeup, he says.
Stage makeup?
He's washed it off, and he's found another man underneath it. Someone quite different. Fair hair, younger, regular sort of businessman. He says he's taken a photograph, and it's on its way over.
God, this case is getting more violent. Perhaps we shall have to look to the world of thriller fiction for a solution after all. Sergeant, tell the house guests I wish to see them.
Which one first?
All at once, for now, until we become acquainted.
Right. in car books, isn't he?
Gray, that's right. A whopping great fellow. Goes about, wheezing on a cane, wearing a big coat and a floppy hat, smoking cigars, drinking quarts of beer, quoting funny bits of poetry. I believe he's based a bit on that writer, G.K. Chesterton.
Yes. Really, sir?
Oh, yes. You know, in another life, Sergeant, I fancy myself a bit like that.
Well, I would have never have thought you'd read all those thrillers,
Oh,
sir.
yes.
You're all right, sir.
Oh, thank you. Yes, I am a bit of a fan, although it wouldn't do to have the other fellows at the yard know that.
Oh, yes, sir, I can quite see that.
But it might come in handy this time, Sergeant. Tell me, signally, the most important fact about this case.
The murder itself, sir.
Exactly. It seems to me if you were going to murder a man, Sergeant, one of the last things you would think of would be to behead him with a long Kusara sword. Don't you agree?
Well, it wouldn't be my choice, sir, now.
Yes, it might be the choice of one fascinated by detective fiction.
The house guest, sir.
I'll just chase up that photograph, sir.
Good, do that, Sergeant. Now, the suspects.
What do you mean, suspects?
Oh, no, routine protesters.
Routine protest? What the devil are you talking
It
about?
seems to me that I may have been fortunate toward the end of a longish career in run-of-the-mill villainy to find myself for the first time investigating what I believe is called a closed-circle English country house murder with half-dozen archetypal suspects such as one might find in books and a butler. So don't, please, spoil it with routine protests.
What are you looking at me for? I don't know anything about this. I'm innocent. Absolutely innocent.
Now, that type of protest is perfectly permissible, provided it's done in character. You, Rear Admiral, may bluster, but not whine. You, Lady Tremorane, may express your innocence in terms of haughty aphorism. You young people may be racily disrespectful of the might of the law, whilst you, Baisby, and you, Dame Edith, may be respectfully fustian and frumpish. As for you, Perkins, your role is to grovel polysyllabically.
I don't know what you're on about, sir.
Well, I am sorry if I do seem to be coming on a bit fancy, but you see, it seems to me that if I'm going to solve this crime, I must behave. I must put myself in the position of the person who designed it. That is to say, I must try to behave like one of these eccentric sleuths out of detective fiction.
Come out, wherever you are.
We leave now, Inspector.
I'll be right there. Come in.
Drink, anyone?
Because if I do, it just may give me the proper insights.
Well, at least I see you know who we all are.
Now, Perkins here was kind enough to give me a list of the house guests, fitting the faces to the names, requiring astonishingly little skill.
And might we have the pleasure of your name, sir?
I am Chief Inspector Bowden of the CID. I was dining in the area with the Lord Lieutenant of the county. He asked me to take charge of the case. Now that we've finished with the formalities, perhaps we can begin.
Surely we're not all here. Where are the maids, the cook?
I've already seen and discarded them in detective stories, two terrified skivvies ravaged by adenoids and an asthmatic octogenarian crippled by bunions the size of Jerusalem artichokes. Just don't rate.
But I suppose retired rear admirals do rate.
Ah, they certainly do. Detective fiction rear admirals are prime suspects. So doty female archaeologists, grand titled ladies, demure
I know nothing about this.
We shall see, we shall see.
Excuse me, Inspector. To my mind, you don't seem to be taking things very seriously.
Ah, the butler speaks. The most favorite suspect of all. Well, it seems to me, although I'm a keen student of the genre, I can't recall a single instance in detective fiction in which the butler actually did do it. Perhaps we shall strike lucky tonight.
This is no time to joke, sir.
Now, isn't it? In my opinion, the whole idea is quite jokey. In fact, it seems too good to be true.
Look, Inspector, there has been an appalling killing done here. And you just stand there running away about country house murders, archetypal suspects, and I don't know what other glittering tomfoolery. I strongly suggest, sir.
Does the rest come off too?
Yes, as a matter of fact, it does. I suppose I'd better come clean. You see, it's very simple. I'm an actor. My real name is Jeremy Fiedler, well known on screen and stage for endearing portrayals of crusty colonels, cantankerous clerics, and surly seafarers. Surely you've heard of me.
No, sorry, no.
I played the robot in Crash of the Galaxies.
Missed that.
You did, but no one saw my face.
Missed that.
The Bulldog Creed, the Silent Seaboy, Lord of the Lancers.
Sorry.
Oh my God.
Well then, the rest of you, are you all actors?
I'm Whodunnit. I specialize in breathless ingenues and children's voices. You know, sexy schoolgirl.
Gordon Grant. Most recently, Elliot in Private Lives at the Harrows Gate Festival. Milo Tyndall and Sloop at the Belgrade Coventry. Fluent Commonwealth accents.
Violet Royce. Elderly character ladies. Contralto. Once finalist for my Eliza in almost every provincial theatre in the country.
We'll do children's parties.
And consenting adult ones too.
Susie Randall. Randall's the name and Scandal's the game. I came over here about 10 years ago in Carousel. Since then, I've done the lot, from ice skating ingenue to Greek transit. I suppose you could say my big break hasn't come yet, but it will, soon as some smart producer decides to do Medea on ice.
Patrick Meadows. Numerous films, leading roles, guest appearances at the Royal Shakespeare Company.
And you, Mr. Baisby?
I'm the host.
Then you invited all these actors here?
No. It was my wife.
Stone Mark!
Must admit it is somewhat of a miracle, Sergeant.
Hey, I know you. Why, my kids watch you on the telly. You're Hiram C. Clippy Hooper, the hasty chicken farmer. What?
His name's Patrick Meadows, actually. I have played other parts.
Why, of course you have. Weren't you Professor Screws with the baggy trousers always scratching himself? What's going on here, sir? I've only been gone for 5 minutes.
As you can see, Sergeant, the exception of Baisby here are all actors.
You mean none of you are real?
No, you'd better believe it.
Sigh.
Come and give us a pitch, dearie. You'll soon find out I'm real enough.
Miss Randall, Miss Boyce, Miss Donnelly, Mr. Fiedler. This is almost a complete change of identity. We've barely begun the investigation. What do you have in the envelope, Sergeant?
Oh, it's a photograph of the deceased. Well, that's the side of his head, sir.
Oh, good. Show it to the company.
Yes, sir. What you doing, sir? Didn't you find this one? Yeah? You, sir? You, Mom? How about you, Arnold?
None of you seem very surprised. This is not the head of Andreas Capodestrio, a rather exotic and overstated Levantine by all accounts, but that of a dull, regular-featured English businessman. Come. Your silence indicates you recognize him.
I've never seen that fellow before in my life.
Oh, it's Jerry Marshall.
Jerry Marshall?
He runs the Jerry Marshall Theatrical Agency. I guess he did run it. Oh, God.
Oh, don't start sniveling, Jew.
Oh, you always were a cold bastard, Gordy. You never could relate to anybody much. I suppose that's why you took to bothering God. He has to listen to you.
There is no condemnation for those who walk not after the flesh, but after the Spirit. The Spirit.
Well, it's just awful. Now I gotta find a new agent.
Jerry Marshall was your agent?
Well, yeah.
Well, tell me then. We were all his clients.
Yeah.
Well, then what on earth are you doing here?
Well, Jerry.
Just a moment, one at a time, if you please. Thank you, Sergeant. Now, Mr. Fiedler, perhaps we can begin with you.
It was a job.
A job?
Yes, a job of work. Jerry Marshall asked me to see him a couple of weeks ago. He told me that the wife of an eccentric, extremely rich gentleman called Silas Baysby had telephoned him and had asked him to stage what she called a murder game for her husband's birthday entertainment. He, being a keen fan of the 1930s country house detective story.
The plot of the charade was to be invented by Jerry and performed here before dinner tonight by his clients. He himself, being an ex-actor, was also to take part.
The only stipulation was that the setup had to show equal opportunity for any of us to have done the murder. After dinner, after the murder, Mr. Baysby here would then come out of character. We were to be his guests for the rest of the weekend after he tried to solve the puzzle.
So we were right, Sergeant, about detective fiction being at the bottom of all this. Now, tell me, were you all here to play this murder game?
Yes.
Perhaps you could tell me how it worked. Was there a script you had to learn?
No, but Jerry sent me a note, you see, outlining my character and the story. I was to play the part of the elderly butler, had a highly suitable costume. Jerry would come up to me in the cocktail hour before dinner and pretend to blackmail me about some theft I supposedly committed. The whole thing, you see, was to be improvisation in the style of the 30s. Mind you, I had no idea how near the knuckle that Jerry was going to get. I suppose being Jerry, he had to have his nasty little bit of fun.
He told me the same thing, though buggery, not burglary, was to be my crime. I've got the instructions here.
Was it the same for the rest of you?
Yes.
Then, what was to happen next?
Well, when dinner was announced, we had to leave this room and proceed to the dining room, with the exception of Jerry, who, as you know, was playing part of Mr. Capodestrio.
Yes, he was going to stay here and kneel in a few minutes of prayer. Seems it's the custom to do so in his religion before meals. Although I can't believe such a Mediterranean display of genuflection is acceptable to our Lord. No, and then let's hear it for Jesus Christ Church.
Please go on with the explanation.
On the dining room table, there was to be a pile of sealed envelopes with our names on them.
Containing 2 cards, Inspector. One blank and one indicating the hiding place. So each of us was to stand in the bookshelves there.
Nah. Then the purpose of the blank card?
Well, they weren't all blank, honey. One was supposed to have the word murder written on it.
Interesting. Yes.
Well, we were all supposed to leave the dining room one at a time and take a sword from that display case and then just take up our hiding places indicated on the cards.
Could you all see each other?
No.
Go on.
Well, we had to protrude our swords and raise them as if about to strike. Then the signature on the murder card was to bring down his sword and tap Jerry lightly on the neck.
Is that all?
Yes.
Let me see those instructions.
Yeah.
I will then cry out and collapse. That shall be the end of the first part of the game. And your host will conduct a brief examination during the course of which he will attempt to identify the murderer. Intriguing game. Curious. It should end in a real murder. Must have been very surprising. You were surprised, weren't you?
Surprised? We were shocked.
It was bloody terrible.
It was appalling.
Ghastly.
There was blood everywhere.
I'll never forget it as long as I live. It gushed out.
I've never seen anything like it. Not since me Auntie Flo took the corn clippers to her old man's piles.
Then why were you all still playing your roles when I arrived?
Well, you see, we were all so shocked by Mr. Marshall's death, we didn't know what to do. So we had a little conference, you see, and well, I decided as the host, they should all stay as they were.
What for?
Oh, look, none of us actually saw the murder. We thought someone had broken in and that you'd be chasing after him. We thought you'd just ask us a few simple questions and let us go home. I mean, nobody wants to get involved in a murder case. Not for the money we're getting.
But you are involved, and I shall find out how. Now, who's going to begin the ball rolling? Mr. Grant, what can you tell me?
I told you I knew nothing about this.
Nor me.
Well, I don't know anything either. It's a mystery to all of us. I just want to go home.
Well, exactly.
Now, I see by this card that you may all use your own personal characteristics as subjects of conversation, providing they don't conflict with the role you're playing. Now, did you all have the same instructions?
That's my card.
Hey, does that mean you really do have hay fever?
Had it since birth. Tried everything. Injections, docking rooms, nasal douches. Nothing works. What about you and your diabetes?
Absolutely, I'm a walking insulin culture. Oh, God, the way you go on. My jaundice is real, too, but I don't moan about it all the time. Well, not much to moan about with jaundice now, is there? Inspector, how'd you like my performance? Not much of a part, really, but I thought I was able to bring to it a nicely judged touch of bitchy British hotel. Oh, was that what that was, darling? I must say, I thought all that puff bag stuff a bit common myself. Well, up yours with a wall. Whoa, rush! And what about you? The agent ingenue, hopping and skipping around like Shirley Temple. Oh, that is rich! Coming for the only actors that I definitely know I'm staying with the food.
Hey, Mr. Boyce, I appeal to you as the senior IT's president.
Oh, what did you think that's, Inspector?
Shut up, June. For
What?
Christ's sake.
There's been an audible murder done. All got to help the inspector. Find out who topped Jerry.
Oh, good riddance to bad rubbish, I say.
Now, what makes you say that, Miss Donnelly?
Nothing.
Nothing?
I only meant, well, who the hell's gonna miss Jerry Marshall?
This is Jerry Marshall.
The other wife, sir.
Yes, the stage name was Carmen Laverne. The real name was Thomas Regan.
I beg your pardon, sir.
Thomas Regan was a drag queen, Sergeant.
The only female impersonator more feminine off stage than on.
Oh, I see. Thank you, madam.
He always did like a bit of trash.
Well, you ought to know, darling. How long ago was it? 10 years?
Do shut your mouth, Susie. Kept us over years ago.
And clearing out was about the smartest thing you ever did in your life.
So, Mr. Meadows, Jerry Marshall was more than just an agent to you, was he?
Was, yes, Inspector, past tense.
But he was always begging you to come back to him.
Must have been very difficult for you, since you had to do business with him every day.
Yeah, I managed.
Did they? Now I understand now. Is there any possibility that this Thomas Friedman is impersonating any of the women in this house?
Oh, no, Inspector. Not to my knowledge. I know these three women very well.
Pity. Murder by a jealous female impersonator would be a most novel crime. Can't recall a single instance in the entire canon of English literature, that. Do you remember such a case, Sergeant?
No, sir. Wait a minute. What about that case of the transvestite, sir? You know, that was the one where... Help me! Help me!
No. Mr. Baisby, let's get back to you. We haven't heard too much from you. It's my understanding it was your wife who called Jerry Marshall to arrange all this. Where is she?
But I don't know, sir. You see, she's on her way back, I think. Her car broke down.
Good. Maybe she's still in London. What's your number?
We don't have a phone.
Wait, but Mrs. Baisby said she was calling from your London flat.
Ah, Baisby, you might as well come clean. Certainly you can see you and your wife are clearly implicated.
Oh, I don't have a wife. She died 10 years ago. All right. I'm an actor too. I'm Tom Williams. I suppose you could say my strong suit was dignity. You know, cabinet ministers, judges, ambassadors, characters who are about to kick the bucket. But to tell the truth, I'm scarcely in the business any longer, you see. I make me brass in the travel business these days. I'm rather the old man out here, you see. Oh, I never knew Jerry Marshall.
What exactly are you doing here?
Well, someone called Angela Baisby telephoned me and asked me to take the part of her husband in a murder game entertainment. I was told that he would not make himself known immediately, and that I was to pretend to play the host until the moment that he reveals himself.
Sergeant, search the house.
There.
Is anyone lurking about? We'll flush him out.
Yes.
Now, Baisby. Who was here to greet you when you arrived?
No one, you see. The others, they all came later. The house was open but empty. Except for Perkins here. I mean Meadows. Dressed as you saw, as a butler with terminal stage syphilis.
Oh, not the old retainer in the cherry orchard, actually. There was no hint of Don Venero's disease.
Oh, really, old cock? With all that shaking and trembling, well, it looked to me as if it was about to fall off at any minute.
Didn't.
Seek those things where Christ sits on the right hand of God. Mr. Williams, you're a disgrace to the profession.
Oh, Mr. Grant, I could hardly be that. You see, I'm no longer in it.
You always were a bit of a disgrace when you were in it, love. You never did know the first thing about acting.
Oh, really? Well, you didn't recognize me this evening, did you? Oh, and at least I didn't become Hiram C. Bloody Gloopenhooper.
I became Gloopenhooper after I'd done my Falstaff at the Vic. And my Lear. Anyway, it's a highly successful series.
Oh, highly Selassie.
You lousy little travel agent. Why don't you book yourself a 20-year tour of the Falkland Islands?
There's no one in the house, sir.
I see.
Well, I can't wait to tell my kids that I met you, sir.
Fuck off!
It should be enough. Paltry imitations for the present, Sergeant.
Sorry, sir.
So, in effect, there is no such person as Silas Baisby. Have any of you ever met him? Oh, I shouldn't be so blasé about all this if I were you. Don't you realize you were brought here to serve a purpose?
A purpose? What do you mean, a purpose? Look, when I agreed to do the shred, I didn't bargain for any of this.
Me neither. I only came here to pick up a copper or two.
Oh, you should be so lucky, dearie. As a matter of fact, I had the same idea myself.
Well, look, Inspector, what exactly do you mean by being brought here for a purpose?
Exactly what I say. You see, you're all part of a grand design for murder. Who owns this house?
Well, I don't know, sir. Until a couple of minutes ago, I thought it belonged to Mr. Baisby. I mean, Mr. Williams here.
Obviously it does not. So I should go about finding out who does.
Right, sir. Very good idea, sir.
At the double, Sergeant! Now, let's see where we stand. 8 actors are hired by an unknown woman. 7 of them from the same agency.
about it, though.
Eh?
Well, you see, I'm not absolutely certain that it was a woman.
Ah, well, one thing is certain. If Silas Baysby was cast from Jerry Marshall's agency, or was an actor known to him, he would have been suspicious about the whole thing.
And if he had been suspicious, he would not have played the game, do you think?
Precisely.
Well, so what if he hadn't?
Then he would not have been murdered.
You mean it was all a plot to kill him?
Of course. What other reason to lure 8 actors to a remote country house to play a charade for a non-existent host? I'm sure the whole thing was a plot to get Jerry Marshall to engineer his own death.
So we weren't acting the charade at all. We were unwitting accomplices in a murder? It's incredible.
The diabolical liberty. I've a good mind to inform equity.
Don't you see? You weren't here just as accomplices, but you're actually here to help hide the murderer, since he or she actually planned it. So there would be 6 other people in the same position that would commit the crime.
My God. You mean it has to be one of us?
But what about my so-called wife, Angela Baysby?
Don't you see? One of you is the so-called Angela Baysby. Now, I wonder who that can be. Don't think I won't find out, because I will. One of you must have seen something. A shoe, a ring on a hand.
We couldn't see anything. We're all hiding.
First thing I heard was the thump of the head on the floor.
And then the sound of the rolling and a sort of dripping noise.
Just a moment, just a moment. Mr. Williams,
Yes.
did you get the same instructions as the others? The envelope, hiding place, the sword?
Yes, I did.
But Jerry Marshall could not have made out a card for you, since he thought of you as the host and not an actor at all.
So?
The murderer must have changed the envelope. The envelopes! Do you all have your envelopes? And which of you have the murder card?
Well, it wasn't me.
Micah, she's got it.
Come, come. I can have you all searched. Mr. Williams?
All right, I got it, but that doesn't mean I did it.
Oh, why would any of us do it?
Why, indeed. Brings us to the point which may help us to find out motive. Now, it's certain you all had a lot in common. But I wonder, do you all have the same motive?
Naturally they have. That's the point of the question I posed earlier this evening. Where would you hide a murderer? Surely the answer must be clear by now. In a room with a victim, surrounded by multiple suspects, all of whom have exactly the same means, motive, and opportunity to commit murder. What a dullard this inspector is, to be sure. How lippingly he arrives at the obvious facts of manipulation. His slowness in the game quite literally makes me see red.
Miss Donnelly, you said earlier, at least for your sake, as far as you were concerned, Jerry Marshall's death was good riddance to bad rubbish. Is it the same for all of you?
Not at all. Jerry was a first-rate agent and a good pal.
He always seemed to know where my career should be going.
I had no complaints. Wolf was very far from my door. Thank God. Practically an extinct species.
Oh, what is all this crap? I've heard you all bitching about Jerry for years. We loathed him because he had us all by the short and curlies.
Go on.
We couldn't
seems rather high.
Hi. The normal agent takes 10%.
I can see why you could all thoroughly detest him.
Look, what's the use of pretending? Jerry Marshall was a clever, sadistic, power-mad queen. We didn't jump to his tune, we just didn't work.
So, it's as I suspected. You all had the motive to murder him. But what we must find out is which of you had the extra motive. For example, Mr. Meadows. You said earlier you were surprised at how close to the knuckle Jerry Marshall played during the game. What did you mean by that?
Oh, well, you know, he was a vicious sod. He couldn't even play the charade without sticking the knife in him.
Yes, well, let me get this perfectly clear. Was there anything that Jerry Marshall, in his role of Capodestria, was blackmailing you for? That he knew about you in your real life?
Well, in my case, he made some silly double entendre about servicing. It was nothing, really.
Anyone else? Mr. Fiedler, in your brief, you were accused of buggery, were you not?
All right. There was a ridiculous incident a few years ago, it's true. I was a scoutmaster. And a boy's father accused me of overseeing his child's ablutions too assiduously. He brought a case, but I was acquitted.
Not that stopped Jerry from bringing it to everyone's attention whenever there's an opportunity.
Don't I know it? But I tell you, I was acquitted without a stain on my character.
But were you innocent?
Completely.
Oh, but were you, Gordy?
Meaning?
Well, my fine friend, you come on these days as the leader of the heavenly choir. But there was a time when you were just a junkie.
I'm clean now, completely clean.
Rubbish. You've been hustling dope for Jerry.
You bloody hypocrite. Preaching to all of us when all the time you were
He had it over me with some stuff I had smuggled in for him. He'd have turned me in if I refused to do his
Hence
nasty
the
little...
Karenian kangaroo caper, huh? I told you he was a right bastard.
The worst.
What were you hooked on, honey?
Dropped a little acid.
And that's why all of this Jesus stuff?
Acid shows you another world, but it doesn't go far enough.
Oh, well, it goes far enough for me. It gives you a great murder motive.
And what about your motive, June?
My motive.
Yes, I couldn't help overhearing a little conversation about the concealed death of a child. I must say, one did speculate as there might not be the teeniest bit of truth in it.
Well, I shouldn't bother if I were you.
Not even as where I heard it, the stalk got clobber.
Oh. So, I had an abortion. Well, these days it's not even an incident, it's a statistic. I suppose Jerry told you.
Yes, and he also told me that he paid for it, and you were so grateful you agreed to sign with his agency.
Grateful. After the butcher he chose got through with me, I had to have a hysterectomy.
Ah, you did you? You couldn't have been too grateful for that. Anyone else anything to say?
Oh, whilst we're on the subject of speculation, Susie, what about you and all that secret information about German submarines you had to get out of your husband? Doesn't it refer to something you did with Andrew?
Andrew? Who's Andrew?
Andrew Chalk, he's my husband. And isn't he one of the program controllers at the BBC? So what? And don't I recall hearing a little rumor about a secret new program that got leaked to your lover in a rival network? Oh, why, you dirty little honest English camp. Oh, nobody knew about that except Jerry. And if he had told Andrew, it would have been...
Lady!
Ladies! Industry help!
Lady! Ladies! Is that the lot?
Violet?
What?
What, was you up on a charge of shoplifting at the old Portobello Market?
God, you've got a good memory.
Oh, yes, it comes in handy. Just one of the tools of my trade. If you play leading parts, that is.
Of course, you were living with Jerry at the time, so you knew the case got maximum publicity. All over the front page of the Mirror it was. And he had had it put in. But you can imagine my agony. I knew all along that it was all a mistake. You know, I was merely returning a book that had been stolen from my house a few weeks previously.
Wasn't it bloody typical of Jerry to use it in the game, though?
Well, I can see why you all thoroughly detested him. Yes, but did you all have the same motive?
I didn't, Inspector. You see, I never knew him. Remember, I wasn't a member of his agency.
Telling me, Mr. Williams, that you had no motive for killing Jerry Marshall?
Yes, in a nutshell, that's exactly what I am telling you.
And if you had no motive, I fail to see what you are doing here. Because it was the murderer's plan that everyone should have a motive. Come, Mr. Williams, your motive.
I haven't got a motive. Struck. And Jerry Marshall told her he'd make her a star. Instead of helping her, he destroyed her. Escort agencies, goes to see at business conferences. Finally, call girl stuff. But the booze didn't do what the drugs finally did. Poor girl was in her grave before she was 17. The shock of it killed my wife.
So, you've always felt the need for revenge.
Men like Marshall should be exterminated. Exactly. They destroy their victims, don't they? You. I'm not the stuff that murderers are made of.
I heard you threaten Jerry before. We all did.
I proposed to kill you, you stinking little worm. That's what you shouted at him.
It was in the charade. It was part of my improvisation. Look, you've got to believe me. If I was the murderer, I wouldn't have been daft enough to give myself the murderer card, now would I?
Why not? It's the perfect double
No, I didn't do it. I did not kill him.
Sergeant, you found out who owns the house?
I'm afraid I have, sir. Yes, he's located in the local churchyard. He died 2 months ago.
Then?
This house and its contents go up for auction next week, sir.
Now, it's as I thought. Our murderer has done his work thoroughly. Better spot to plan a stunt like this than a remote English country house, fully furnished, temporarily abandoned, and with some unique architectural features which may help us to find out what we want to know. Sergeant, are those curtains?
Yes, sir.
I want you to help me with a little experiment, Sergeant. Now, I know this may seem old hat, but I'm going to reconstruct the crime, and I want you to play the victim.
Play the victim?
Yes, exactly. Alas, regardless of their doom, the little victims play. No sense have they of ills to come, or cares beyond today. As Thomas Gray would have it, Sergeant. Now, kneel down there, if you please. Go on, boy. Kneel down there. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I want you all to take your swords from the case, go to your original hiding places, then, at my command, I want you to show me how you would execute my sergeant by punching him lightly on the back of the neck with your sword. Off you go now.
Now, wait a minute. Now, look here, sir. Those swords are razor sharp. Couldn't they they just at least simulate the action? I mean, you do remember what happened in Murder Replay when the reconstruction went wrong?
Absolutely not. Sergeant, don't tell me you're thinking of introducing an element of pusillanimity into the long, honorable tradition of police bravery.
Well, frankly, sir, I see no good reason for arming the suspected murderer.
No, can I? You see, look, I want to speak to you. You see, I've suddenly realized something.
Mr. Williams, later. Take your place, Sergeant Neal, down there now.
I don't like it, sir. Anybody who can kill in a room full of people is either mad or has supernatural nerves. Couldn't they sheath their swords?
No, Sergeant, have faith in me. No one would dare commit murder in the presence of Bowden of the Yard. Never fear. My presence is your shield.
What a foolhardy fellow this inspector is, to be sure. So no one would dare to commit murder in front of him, eh? My presence is your shield, indeed. Some shield. But I do think he's getting just a little too close. It's about time he was discredited. And that shouldn't be too difficult with him dressed up like that. Making a game out of solving my murder. Always had a taste for being one of the great amateur detectives, did he? Well, every great whodunit needs a good, juicy, slap-up second murder, doesn't it?
Just a moment. Ah, yes. Very good. Thank you, Mr. Peter. Next. Thank you, Miss Donnelly. Next. Thank you, Mr. Grant. Next. Thank you, Miss Randall. And next. Thank you, Perkins. Next. And you're dead, Miss Boyce. And now, takes no Einsteinian leap of the mind to tell that it's Mr. Williams. Just a moment, Mr. Williams. You seem to be in the wrong position.
What do you mean, the wrong position?
You could have easily cleaved Mr. Capidestrian's head in half from there, but you could hardly have decapitated him.
But I tell you, I was here.
Oh, nonsense! You all had to have the same opportunity. You see the card, so tell us where you had to stand. Now, there's behind that curtain there.
Never mind about all this now. Look, I've got to speak to you.
Later, Mr. Baisby, this is a reconstruction, not a charade. Come now, sign there. Strike now. Very revealing. Now, please, if you'll all hold your places while I have a few words with my sergeant. Sergeant, you seem to have kept your head very admirably.
I'm not sure what it all proves, sir.
Proves beyond a shadow of a doubt who the murderer is.
It did.
Well, it does to me, absolutely. I thought one has to be trained for this sort of thing. Now, let me explain. Jerry Marshall's head had to be severed by what had to be a complete swing of the sword. Now, a right-handed person would naturally stand to his left in order to cut off his head. Now, but someone in that position could not have made a clean sweep, because as we've seen, the person, a sword in that position, could not have been raised beyond the vertical because of the overhang of the gallery. But, on the other hand, the swing of a left-handed person was unimpeded.
And there was only one left-handed person. At least there was only one person who struck from my right-hand side.
Exactly. Quo erat demonstratum. I'm afraid the game is up now, Mr. Williams. You can come out. Here, Sergeant, stands your murderer.
Angela, please.
My God, he's dead.
Stand beside you at once. and clear off out of there. Move! Move! And there was only one left-handed person, sir, that must have traded place during the reconstruction of the crime.
I don't suppose it could be suicide? The humiliation of being exposed by a superior intellect?
I'm afraid not, sir. It's gotta be murder.
Angela Paisley strikes again. And so the murder investigation looks like it's coming to an end. With the dear old copper satisfactorily baffled, and you too, I hope, you cannot all be as stupid as the inspector. Mind you, to give him his due, he did find out that the murderer was left-handed. And I have been all evening, except of course for the last 5 minutes when I changed hands, when I saw what he was up to. But of course, you must have noticed that too.
Ladies and gentlemen, I have an apology to make to you. I thought that by taking the eccentric behavior of a 30s fictional detective, I might gain valuable insights into the mind of the murderer, but it has proven otherwise. All that has happened is that I have allowed myself to become thoroughly confused to the extent that I refused to listen to a man who wished to tell me the truth, and I allowed him to be killed in front of me before he could speak to me. And I must confess, I haven't the faintest idea who the murderer is. And therefore, I've decided to resign from the case. No, I'm sorry, my decision is irrevocable. Besides, I'm jumping the super's gun.
Well, won't you just give it one more try, sir?
No. A man has been murdered, and it's my fault. I was only playing at the game, indulging my fantasy to be Dr. Fell in an English country house murder. But I never thought I'd get a case in which all the suspects had the same motive, the same means, the same opportunity. I thought that only happened in books. So, I'll be going now. Come along, Sergeant. Good night, everyone. And I am terribly sorry.
Well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. There you have it. This case has got the governor running clean round the bend. However, don't think any of you are going home, because you're not. No one is to leave here until the new governor arrives. Don't worry. I'll have him here within the hour.
Look here, you can't just leave us all here alone.
Well, yes. One of us is a murderer. The inspector said so himself.
Well, you'll all be all right if you stick together. That is, if you don't need each other's sight. Don't worry. I'll have the new man here before long.
Yeah, wait. Wait a minute. You can't leave us. Wait.
Well, I'm frightened.
Not alone, lass. I don't know what that couple thinks he's doing, leaving us like this at the mercy of a murder.
Well, if he comes near me, better watch out. I'll have his nuts off.
Who says it's a he?
Well, I'm not staying around to find out. I'm busting out of here.
Not so fast, Miss Randall. I think I'll just have a wee further for identification purposes, just in case any of you decide to do a bunk. I mean, we still don't even know why poor Mr. Williams was murdered yet, do we?
I did. Mr. Williams was murdered for a very simple reason. He recognized my voice. By killing him with one stroke, I protected myself and discredited the inspector. So that's just about it. Bye-bye now. I'm signing off. But just as a matter of interest, have you guessed who done it? Not that it's a matter of guesswork. Because in the course of these proceedings, as I said I would, I have let fall certain deliberate clues as to who I am not. Collect them all together, and you must know who I am. To be specific, a person with diabetes will not eat creme brulee for dinner, as it is covered with a thick layer of brown sugar. Similarly, a person with jaundice could never, and I quote, be carried away by the strength of the drinks at the cocktail hour, because that person will not be drinking alcohol. A person smoking a pipe does not inhale the smoke deeply, nor does a person with hay fever stroll in the scented garden on a warm June evening, any more than a person who is desperately short-sighted be able to see bats flitting through the tower of a distant church. As the other two are dead, that leaves me. I'm sorry for the assumed voice, but without it, identification would have been much too pretentiously simple. But now, as the evening is over, there is no further point in concealment. So I have decided to speak this last valediction to you out loud in my own natural voice, the voice you have been listening to all evening. And if you still don't get it, well, I wash my hands of you, and I suggest you come back and try again another night.